Welcome back to the Rise with Anita podcast, or welcome if you're new here. I just want to say I always believe that the right conversations always find their ways to us. So if you're here and this is your first time hearing me, I trust that there is a message within this episode that is meant specifically for you. So let's talk about the woman who always holds it together, the one everyone tends to rely on, the one who knows how to push through, the one who doesn't break, even when she probably should, the strong one. But before we dive deeper, I'm going to invite you to take a breath with me. Feet on the ground if you're able to do so. Soften your shoulders. Relax your jaw. And inhale slowly through your nose for 4. Hold for 6. And release through your mouth for 8. And just notice what happens in your body when you hear the words, "I'm the strong one." Because here's the truth. Being the strong one isn't your personality, but it is a pattern that your system learned to create stability for you in moments where there wasn't any. And what once protected you eventually became someone you thought you had to be. It became a part of your identity. So it looks like you have a hard time asking for help. You carry what isn't yours, whether that's emotions coming in to save the day. You show up even if you feel depleted. You struggle to receive without tension. And quite honestly, more than anything, there's a quiet belief underneath it all that if I don't hold it together, everything is going to fall apart. And at some point, you realized it wasn't safe to express need. It wasn't safe for you to hold the image of falling apart. It wasn't safe for you to feel held. So you became the one who holds. Not as a choice, but as a response. Taking a moment to be completely vulnerable here. For the longest time, I had the identity of calm under chaos. No matter what happened, I would have a calm front. I could get things done. But it caused me to really struggle to ask for help when I needed it. Because in my mind, it already defaulted to, they're not going to be able to do it, or I won't be met. And that's not always the case. And here's something that I really want you to sit with, because this is where it shifts. Every pattern that creates protection also creates limitation. The walls that protect you are also the ones that end up closing you off. The same strength that allowed you to survive is now the thing that's stopping you from receiving. You might need to sit with this one. So if we think about it from a cost perspective, you become emotionally isolated. You try to take care of everything yourself. Vulnerability feels foreign. Then when you're burnt out, it doesn't feel fixable. And then you have this era of disconnection from allowing yourself to feel soft because you associate it with being weak. And you have love in your life that never fully lands because you don't know how to ask to receive it. And because your nervous system isn't recognizing it as a safe possibility. So you might sabotage it. So instead of always trying to be the strong one, we need to create space. Because this shift doesn't happen when you're in forced energy. It happens within the awareness. It happens in the moment when you notice, I am holding on to everything right now and I need help. And instead of automatically stepping in, you pause. So let's go ahead, if you're listening, and hold each other accountable. This week, I want you to try something simple, but deeply unfamiliar. Allow someone to support you, even if it's just in something small. As it happens, don't rush past it. Don't minimize it. Go to a trusted person and allow them to bear witness if you have that. And in between that, also take the time to pause and see what comes up in your body. Where are you feeling resistant to asking for help? What are the thoughts that come up when you want to ask for support, but it feels uncertain or unfamiliar? What is the story you're telling yourself? Where do you want to take the control? Because that moment right there, that's where the patterns start to shift. Because the woman you're becoming, she doesn't have to hold everything to be safe. She doesn't have to prove her strength to be considered worthy or enough. She's able to be powerful and supported, grounded, yet held. Because here's the thing. We are communal people. And the way that we are actually meant to survive this earth journey is by actually asking for support. And by supporting others as they need it. So take one more breath with me. Inhale slowly through your nose. Hold for 4 at the top. And release slowly for 6. And allow this to land in your body. You don't have to earn rest. You don't have to earn the right to ask for help. You don't need to prove your strength to anyone. You're allowed to be held. And that is all for this episode. I will see you on the next one.